Welcome to Travel Insights Bali, number 6. Turning anxiety into a project. A few years ago, I had just learned about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I thought, well, let me experiment with that. So I invested into crypto through an online course, and they've been teaching me all the little steps that I need to do in order to do my crypto in a very safe way. But what I noticed is that when I invested into crypto at that time, I didn't really know it. I was just getting on, but it was starting to go down. So crypto was going down. And maybe about 6 months after I invested, I saw the market crash, and it was down in a pretty low place for a couple of years. And when it crashed, I saw my mind go into an anxiety state, and it was so overwhelmed with like the surprise, the shock, I was noticing my expectation, and it did say, like the course did say, like just don't invest more than what you can afford, and then just treat it as play money, but don't invest with the sense that you're going to make money, because you may not. So I listened to that, and I only took out and invested as much as I could, or that I was able to do. So that part was not a problem for me. What was the issue was I just saw my mind, because I wasn't depending on this. So that part was out of the picture. But my mind became anxious, especially when it crashed. And then I had to learn, it's like a big learning curve. I had to learn all the little steps about how to work in a market that was crashed. And so my mind would say things like, what did I get myself involved in? I should get myself out of this. This is not spiritual. This is preoccupying my mind with a lot of loss, and I'm getting depressed, and all I'm thinking about is how can I gain, and so it was a lot of like depressing types of heavy thoughts. But I decided to continue because I'd already invested, and so here I am. I'm in the middle of it now. I might as well continue. So eventually, over time, my mind became more neutral, and I started to turn my anxiety into abundance. So instead of loss, I started to think about the things that I already have. I have a great life, so I am actually very abundant in my life, and it's just a matter of my mind acknowledging those areas of abundance, and then starting to feel abundant on the inside, and let that abundance radiate to the point where I recognize abundance in all aspects of my life. So I'm abundant in a great community around me. I'm abundant in knowledge. I'm abundant in a yoga lifestyle, a great family and friends, trainings. There's so much that I'm abundant in. And that's because I chose those things, and I've made them happen, and I'm very empowered in all that. So I'm abundant in the ability to make choice. So this concentration on abundance is very, very helpful. But my mind would still get anxious every time I'd have to do something with crypto. Like I'd have to do a step, or change something, or apply it. And still my mind would be resisting looking at this thing. So I did decide to turn it into a project, and actually I made it into a spiritual lesson. So it's about freedom from gain and loss. And so once I turned it into a lesson, I became more empowered, and as I said, my mind became more neutral. Then just recently, so I was going along quite fine with this. I was just getting used to the fact that, I don't really have a lot of crypto money. It's whatever it is, it is. But just recently it went up. And my mind just kind of like, oh shit, now, and the anxiety started to come back. Now what do I do? It's like, what if I mess it up? So here I am, I've invested years ago with some kind of expectation of it going up. I've already gotten used to the fact that it'll never go up, and now it's gone up. So here I am. But my mind is still the mind, and it's still anxious, and it's afraid of making a step. So again, that principle, turn the anxiety into a project, take an action, and that action will turn into another action because it will become clear as to what the next step is. When I look at it from a faraway perspective, it looks like I'm overwhelmed. I can't handle it. I want to close it down. I don't know what to do. But if I make one decision and then take action, then I notice that my mind starts to relax because I'm taking action. It's like the energy of the thought, instead of spiraling and turning around in on itself, it's now releasing out into an action. And I'm starting to feel grounded and connected. And I did one action. And then it'll become clear as to what the next action will be. Maybe it's asking a question, getting advice, or just doing one thing and see what happens. So this is my insight recently, is about turning the anxious mind into an action project, so that I can go back to that neutrality, the mind where it's relaxed, it's easy, it's all fine, and I'm living in that state of abundance, and I have capacity, and I'm an empowered being. So I hope you enjoyed today's Travel Insights Bali number 6. Okay, see you next time. Bye.